Welcome, everyone, to Amplify Your Legacy podcast. If you ever felt uninspired, overwhelmed by work, or disconnected from your passion, you've ever felt disconnected at all, today's conversation is for you. We're diving into the power of reinvention, how to pick up the brush, literally and metaphorically, and transform your life's canvas in 5 bold strokes. Who better to guide us than the incredible Olga Alexeeva? Olga's story is one of courage, creativity, resilience. She came to the U.S. from Russia in 1991 without speaking English, and she transitioned from being a stage actress to a painter and built a thriving art career, opening her own gallery, teaching and inspiring others to push past their fears until it's something extraordinary. Olga, I want to welcome you to the show.
And thank you so very much. I'm very privileged to be with your audience because the legacy is the most important, what people concern about. What do I leave behind? How I will be remembered by my loved ones, by my friends? What imprint I'm going to leave for this life?
Totally agree. Let's jump right in. A lot of people tuning in right now might feel stuck. Maybe they're in a job that drains them, or they've, lost touch with what excites them. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you're doing now that can help with that?
Right. By the way, I'm writing the book. My book is coming up, and right now I cannot offer that. But if you follow up with the podcast, hopefully you're going to get hold of that, my book that bring that my story and story of USSR life in 70s and 80s, that I think it would be very interesting. Well, when I came here in 91 and I did not speak any English, and I had 11 years old son, and I had an elderly mother to take care of. My life was full, but I went through such a challenge with the language barrier that I lost my self-esteem. I thought that I'm good for nothing. I used to be a stage actress. I was pretty accomplished actress, but I came here because the life in Russia was just totally got upside down, and I was looking for better life. And my sister, she made that possible because she invited me and sponsored me. At that time, it was very hard even to leave the Russia and to enter to US, but I was lucky to have that kind of green corridor. So I came here, and I had that cultural shock. I did not know how to write the check. I did not know name of utensils. My first job was at McDonald's, actually, because I didn't have any useful skill, could not be an actress. I did not speak English. And so I thought, what shall I do? And so I started with McDonald's. And it was horrible for me because I did not understand what people asking, and they speaking Southern accent. Give me my McFlurry, my Big Mac, Big Dad and Small Dad. But again, what is in Bible says, God is never going to give you more than you can endure. And I thought, well, if it's given to me, then I should be able to. And step by step, I started to do Google classes and do. I have my dictionary with me, and I am the small children. They speak English like a pity party. But I had that American dream inside of me. I thought, well, I came here, and changes absolutely have to bring that frictions. So I was ready for that. Just amount of that was quite overwhelming, but I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I'm still here. And and with my, how I started to paint, because I had a total conviction that I could not paint. I thought, no, I cannot paint. I'm the actress. I can sing, I can dance, but I cannot paint. But then events in my life brought me just literally to the bottom. And I thought, well, I need to do something. And out of feeling of finding a rescue and have no more options, I thought, okay, let me go to one class one time. And I put a check mark that I cannot paint and not to think about this again. And I did go to that art class, and I literally stayed there because it changed my life. So the point of that, if something looks like unattainable, but if you don't make the first step, you never find out if it's might be for you.
That's so true. And the journey of overcoming your fears and finding your path is truly incredible. And what I love is that you didn't feel that everything had to be perfect in order to start. You took bold strokes, and even when the final picture wasn't clear yet, your path wasn't clear, you took that first step. That's something so many people struggle with, fear of making the wrong moves. How do you push past that fear?
I have written that little song. So, because I'm telling my story, I am speaking from the stage. I have my story. And within that story, I have a little rhyme. I am ageless young girl. Let my story be your torch. Start all over is not hard. Close your eyes and just jump. That's what sometimes needed. Sometimes we just need to push ourselves and say, okay, I like to be in a comfort zone. It's warm, it's kind of cozy, but there is not much life. It's a cocoon. But in order for the butterfly to become a butterfly, it has to get wiggle through that cocoon. And it's not easy. But unless it's going through and unless it's developed their muscles, the butterfly cannot fly. Do you know that if you actually held butterfly through that cocoon, butterfly gonna die? So that's my advice. If you fear something, step in and find out what the heck I fear about this. It actually was good. So just make a first step.
You talk a lot about transformation. You just gave the analogy of the butterfly. And that's what really speaks to me with your journey. You're not just an artist, you're helping others rewrite their own stories. So at this moment in time, what are you doing intentionally to build your legacy?
It's a very good question. My first 20 years of my life, I devoted to a stage. So when I came to America, my next 20 years, I devoted to paintings. And I have a tangible proof of that. And this year, 2025, it's starting a new chapter of my life. My next 20 year speaking on a stage career. I am looking forward to be on a stage and bring this message of invigorating your life, of bringing that color that you always wanted, and lead people from that plateau place where there is no development, there is no progress. So I want to help them to build their legacy and for their children say, hey, my dad, my mom, they always been trying their best. They never give up, because we cannot leave anything but memory. And so this is the most important for people. It justify their life, the legacy, what they leave behind. So that's why I think if you, let's say, you're 50, 60 years old, you already done most of your responsibilities and kids, grandkids, give this time to you. Satisfy your own dreams from childhood, maybe. Do something that you never allowed yourself to do. Or say, oh, this is too late. There's no late. Tomorrow is going to be later than today. Tomorrow we're going to be older than today. So keep that, what you have today, because it's a gift. We're given a gift of life. And universe is expecting from us to make it's given a seed to us. It's expected to leave behind a tree. So we have to do that transition to, like in Bible, it says about the story of talents, everybody is given talent as a money measure. But in our vocabulary, talent is a gift that's given to us. So either way, if you consider that it's talent is given to us and you give back the same amount, it's not good. You have to multiply, you have to enrich it and give it much more back than you actually receive. But some people, they eat their talent and just, they have nothing to give back. So what's the point of life?
I totally agree. And I love that perspective because legacy isn't only about what you leave behind. It's about how you live right now. And for someone listening that feels lost, stuck, uninspired, this message is really practical advice that's going to help them along their legacy journey. This conversation has been such a powerful conversation, Olga. And your story is a testament to the fact that you can always reinvent yourself. It's never too late. We don't have to wait for permission to create something extraordinary. So whether it's picking up your paintbrush, starting a new career, we're simply taking the next bold step. Transformation is in our hands. So I want you to share with our audience how they can connect with you. Where can they find you and your work?
I have a website. It's allgalleryart.com. It's like my email, but addingart.com is my website. And I do online classes. My book is not ready yet, but it will be. And if people can go to my website or galleryart.com, they find a contact information, and I would be happy to help them to do maybe online classes, unless they're in Nashville, Tennessee, where I'm at, so that I still do classes here. I teach Sunday classes for people, adults. And also, I could just do something virtual that we already kind of more accustomed to. And if somebody needs my advice, I am totally open for another opportunity to be helpful, because this is the whole point of us, for our community, to be needed, to be helpful, and to have that imprint in somebody's life, imprint for the better.
Can you take us back to your journey and think of some tips and strategies that you can give us when it comes to being unstuck and making a transformation?
I would love to, because this is how I'm picking myself up when I'm stuck. So this is my personal library. The most important is to have a control of your own mood, of your own emotional status. Because when we are in a bad mood or we angry or something, our frequency going down and our health actually is affected in a wrong way. But in order for us to pick and just, despite of maybe family issue, maybe kids just drive you crazy, your spouse, the driver, the bills, something, everything just a news online, just everything kind of pressing you down. How we can wiggle out of all this and still have a control of our own soul? The laughing. The laughing is a medicine. And I learned that technique in my theatrical college when I went to be an actress. And so what it is, if you make that kind of habit to laugh about 5 minutes a day, with no reason. And you might say, Olga, how are you going to just laugh if there's nothing to laugh about? Okay, there's an exercise. You put your hands like on your abdomen right there, and you make that you exhale with the energy and say, ha, and then you repeat, ha, 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 ha. And then you repeat for 10 times, and you just make that variation of the voice. Okay, let's do it together. Ha, 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 ha. And so on. And you see, you have physical benefits, you just get better mood, you have, better heartbeat, and so on. But in emotional kind of platform, you allow yourself to be silly. And that's your vulnerability right there. And you can touch it. And you know what? Let's say you have some heated conversation with your partner, whatever, and they say, blah, 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 blah. And instead of you say, blah, 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 you say, trust me, it might go to different direction. That's my tip for the day.
Love that. Really. Oh, nothing I would have thought of, but I like that change. Just that little change can, just change the energy in the room. So
Exactly.
thank
And
you,
then
Sharon.
we can be in charge of our own mood. And then you can look at the mirror and say, I am great. I'm right. I am wonderful. And so through self-love, you pull you out of that swamp of negativity. And then you see your life is going to change.
Love it. Amazing. I think everyone listening will enjoy that and even try it. I know that it will work. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your wisdom with us. And to everyone listening, don't wait. Pick up your paintbrush, whatever that means for you, and start painting the life that you truly want. Until next time, take care.
Thank you.